It's show time. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Is there anybody in the building? Are we in the building? Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we got some people in the building. When you come on, I put a question up there too early. Yeah, we here doing the segment once again. Um, doing a segment. Ask Jdub, ready to choose yourself. Where we get into just advice, empowering the ladies again to let you know that the ball is in your court, and we need to make better decisions of choosing ourselves because it's tough out here in these streets, and it's time to make better decisions if you want something better. Who we got in the building? Miss Dora Barnes is in the house. Good evening, good to see you. We just wait. We normally wait for about in the 10-minute mark, get everybody to come on in. And as I said, with this show, we go with the show is about y'all. The show is about any questions you may want to ask of me, whether it's just any type of relationship advice from my male perspective, or even a question about me, because we kind of open things up, learn from each other, get going on. Who we got? We got DJ in the building. Finally caught a live DJ. I'm glad to see you. We're here. And as I was saying, the format of this show, what we're doing is doing relationship advice, just putting the questions out there because a lot of times we just trying to do different. We're trying to do better. And you get a different aspect from the male point of view because a lot of times, like I said, most of the Dub fam is actually women, and of course, a lot of times you get that from the woman's perspective. So you may be able to get something different from me because, like I said, on here we help each other. We help each other. We put the questions out there that some may want to ask that can relate to you. You could learn from it, or you had experience with that and somebody else can learn from it, because like I said, we are really reaching people out here because, like I said, the ladies are going through it unnecessarily, and we want a better change because the ladies deserve better. So let me see what do we got. I want to put up another another banner. Wow, that ain't it. Let me see, let me create one, create a banner. Let me see where we at. I do different lives and different shows. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing, but like I said, this is definitely a new segment. This is part 4. This is our fourth episode, and the turnout's been really well. We've been having a great time because it's like just an off the fly, off the cuff show, and each and every show we get a different result, and I just been having a good time and enjoying this because, like I said, we are really reaching people, helping. I'm even learning some things and getting y'all perspective as well. So let me put this up real quick. See what we got on, because I know somebody else just came in the building, and here we go. Put that up there. Yep. Let's get back to the comments. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got people coming in the building. Pink and Cream. Good evening, Jay and family. Good to see you. A1 from day one, always coming through. I appreciate you coming through. Like I said, we're gonna get started in a little under 6 minutes. And as I said, when you come in, if anybody got questions, please just post them in the comments. I'm gonna put them to the side, and we're gonna answer them as we receive them once the show gets started. Because, like I said, this show is dependent upon what. Here we go. Here we go. Miss Pretty Amazing is in the building. Good to see you. Here we go. Yes. So yeah. As I said, I do have a couple of questions that was already sent to me, and we're gonna get it going. And as I said, anytime in the comments where you want to drop your questions, just put it in the chat, and we will get it going. Because that's the meat of the show. What you want to know, what you need to know, what you thinking about. Tina Bree is in the building. Good to see you, Tina. Yep. So We're gonna get started in right in a few minutes. Get these questions going, get it going, and I guess what was this my live? I ain't did a live since like last week this time. So I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas and all that other good stuff. It always go by so fast. It'll be February in 2 seconds. Hold up, what we got? Tamika Musgrave is in the building. Good to see you. Hey Shayna, good to see you. Yep. So yeah, we gonna get started in a few minutes. Like I said, put them questions down on there. Let me see something. Let me check. Let me check in the background. I got a couple of questions in here already. TM, good evening. Okay. Miss Pretty Amazing has something. Spinning the block with someone, when should you guys let children know your guys have reconnected? Uh-huh. Okay, we're gonna save that. We got a question from Miss Pretty Amazing. We're definitely gonna talk about that. We're definitely gonna get into that. Absolutely. I appreciate your question, Miss Pretty Amazing. Yep. Yep. We got some questions. Yep. I already picked it up. Spinning. Yep, you got it spinning. Bella Artista is in the building. Hello, thank you. Hand, pink waving, hand, pink waving. Appreciate you. Yep. Like we're gonna get started. It's about, you know, got a few more people coming in, and we're gonna get started real soon. If really with this show, we don't have like a time limit. We go with the flow. When the questions, like I said, I like to get the questions in so we can kind of get a format of how long the show gonna go or have an idea. But normally the questions just come in while we get to talking, and I keep going as long as there's questions. We gonna talk about it. You got questions, I got answers. So we definitely gonna get this going. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Um, let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, we can get started now. That's what I'll do. Let me see. Let's see. Shayna say, I'll piggyback off this pretty amazing. How should you break it to your children that your relationship is over? Okay, we got it. We got the kids format. I'm gonna get that start at, and we're gonna get that going, Shayna. Absolutely. Because I definitely talk about that, like about one of the other importance of having a healthy relationship, like especially as parents. Not only you're not getting what you need, or you're dealing with, like, you may be dealing with something that's maybe toxic or unhealthy, but you're also being an example for your children, and that absolutely affects how they will deal and live in their adult relationship. So it's that serious, where like you really got to think about who you're sharing and spending your time with your space, especially with your children around. Because like I said, you could be affecting generations, when making bad choices. So yes, everybody makes mistakes, but you want to really think about, like I said, who you're spending your time with, who you letting around your children. Of course, as adults, we make our own choices, but it's really something where we're making decisions that affect our children. That's a whole nother ball game, a whole nother ball of wax. So let's go. Let me go in. I got a question that was sent in earlier, so I'm gonna hit that one. We're gonna go there first. Um, Jdub, what steps do you suggest when meeting someone offline, like on a dating or social sites? We're gonna go with that. With me, this is my personal opinion. I give you my opinion. Now, like with, let's say, like dating sites or social sites are kind of, let's say, new age. When I say new age, created in the last 10 or 15 years. And let me say hello to Jacqueline Willoughby. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. With dating sites, like I say, even though they're fairly new, I would say a lot of times we're getting a lot of negative results. I mean, like a lot of them have like bad stigmas, like they're just like hookup places when somebody's actually looking for a relationship, or they're getting some type of violent criminal type of situations because really they're strangers. And granted, it takes a while to know someone. Me personally, like let's say the track record of dating sites and stuff like that, I wouldn't recommend them at all because even still, when you meet people, a lot of them are strangers. But we're talking about these people could be fake names, fake. I mean, anything. It's just like it gets too dangerous, especially if you're sharing intimate spaces with them and you don't know them from anywhere. Like if something went down, you wouldn't know where to refer to them. You know them, you may not even know their real name or any of those things. Because I know that people usually do dating sites because they're trying to just try something different. But overall, from the results that I know and heard of, it's not really positive, and I don't think it's worth it. I'm this is my thought. This is my thought now. This is my opinion. Like I believe if you're dating someone or you choose to date someone, you should have some type of correlation, some type of connection somewhere where not necessarily like somebody introduced, like of them at least at minimum. Like you may know where they work, you may know what social circles they deal in or be around. You know, yes, you could. It's similar to meeting someone off the streets, and somebody just getting your number and all that. But really, dating sites are really kind of shisty. I wouldn't recommend them. And some people's like, oh yeah, some people fall in love and get married. That's a very like low percentage of people. Normally, a lot of people have different intentions on those type of sites. So overall, I just really wouldn't even recommend or mess with them. It's just more so you want to really take your time and feel comfortable, like who again you're even deciding to sit down and have coffee with for real. I can't really get with that. I can't get with that because you can be like on social media, everybody, as under avatars, like you could be anybody. You could why do it? I would not recommend. I don't have nothing good to say about it. I don't have nothing, what Miss Pretty Amazing say. Think about it, Jdub. If it weren't for social media, you wouldn't have met Sabrina. Listen, I can't even deny that. What can I say? What can I say about that? What can I say about this? What I'm gonna say about it, Miss Pretty Amazing. Everything, everything that's meant to be will be, no matter what. That's how I see it. But listen, when you write, you write. When you're right, you're right. That's right, because like I guess social media bridges the gaps from where people are at distance or put people in rooms that they wouldn't normally be. Because like back in the day, you would only date someone like you're familiar with in your neighborhood, or they went to your school, or y'all work at the same place, or you go in the same social setting. So yeah, that's a tough one. You got me right there. I don't know what to say after that. I'm shut down. What's Shane to say? It's hard because some men are afraid to approach women in person nowadays. Yes, Shayna, that's something to be said because now, like, even we can go back to social media. Um, I would say a part of it is that now people have so many choices. It's like before people were hungry. Now they have so much food, they don't have to hunt anymore. The men don't have to hunt because all they got to do is hit a DM and shoot their shot and cut and paste and good morning beautiful to 17 different women, and some of them gonna bite. So I get that. It's like the hunger is not there. And I'm gonna say also a part of it is Shayna, with about people meeting each other personally. People don't deal with each other personally anymore. Like I said, some people don't even know how to have a normal, just regular schmegular conversation. It's hard to relate. Everybody is texting, everybody's sending DM, everybody's about to hook up. They're not even making an approach to try to connect with you, try to learn you. They're not even looking for anything long term. I mean, like they may not even want to see you again. So it is tough. It is tough. What's Shane to say? Miss Pretty Maze, that's what you was thinking, huh? Pink and cream. Oh, hey, Jacqueline. Everybody laughing. Um, Good evening, Anissa from Brooklyn. What's Shane to say? Even with the dating shows, you wouldn't. Wow, y'all are coming hard. Even with the dating shows, you wouldn't have seen Sabrina had she not gotten on the show. These platforms are beneficial sometimes. Y'all are killing me tonight. Y'all killing me. Listen, and then I'm a person of accountability. When you write, you write. What can I say? What can I say? Y'all right. What can I say? I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing after that. You're right. It puts you in spaces that you wouldn't normally be and give you access to a large group of people that you normally wouldn't come in contact to. So you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't have seen without this YouTube thing, but I think everything comes together, because again, I tell my story about me being a YouTuber. I let's say I never sought after this to be a YouTuber. Like I said, I was just a person who was on a lot of people's channels, who the people I respected their content, and people would just crack up or think my comment was so deep, and it's like, you have to do a YouTube channel. You would do great. I'm like, I'm just in the comments. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What Miss Pretty Amazing say? The percentage rate of meeting a true match is low. Yeah, I'm gonna say for on dating sites, yes, because like, look what look what you're dealing with. Like I said, you don't have people who are truly aligned. Like, people claim they're looking for someone, they be looking for something. What else you say? Just say that, Jdub. Yes. Okay, I'll just say that. Yeah, y'all got me on that one. I don't know what to say after that. AW says maybe social media is a little different than dating apps. Yeah, I would say maybe. I'd say maybe. Like, sometimes we get to see some faces, or we have a network of people who are familiar with people, because uh just like within the question, stranger danger is still a thing, and it's getting more dangerous out here more than ever. So it's like, do you really want to roll the dice? I know people do it all the time, but as I said, a lot of people, men and women, are complaining about the quality of people out here in these dating streets. So like, those dating apps, like they saying it's like the bottom feeders. And when I say bottom feeders, again, like, you don't know what you're gonna get, and it's normally not. It don't have nothing to do with love. So it's like, that's a tough one. Miss Pretty, or maybe it happens when you aren't really looking. I like that, Miss Pretty Amazing. Like, you're on one tonight. Absolutely. Like, yeah, it's like I mean, like I say, what this show is about, more so choosing yourself. So when you're like building yourself, you're placing yourself in a position to be, or to prepare yourself to be in a relationship that you want to be. So everything like you're asking for, you kind of need to be that, or something that could complement that. So yeah, again, choosing yourself, focusing yourself, getting yourself in the best place to be able to receive when that relationship comes, when that person approaches you, or y'all connecting, and you'll know what you want. You'll be in the best space of your life because you've been working on yourself and focusing on yourself, because you've chosen yourself. So yeah, yep. It's like, I do believe in, because I do believe in like manifesting. If you saying this is what I want, this is what I need, I believe you can bring it to you. I believe that. I believe that. I'm missing the comments. Let me see. Okay, Shane to say, I think some people were settling before because they didn't have options like they do now. I do agree that everyone seems disposable these days. Yeah, absolutely. Like, now it's at this point, people, the patience is like out the window. It's like, I can replace you tomorrow, just with, I can go into my DM and I'm on all over again. Okay. What it needs to say. Crystal XO, Jordan met her husband on Facebook. Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. I'm not saying it can't. I'm not saying it can't, but I don't know what Pink and Cream say. You were dubbed as the number one comment. Yep, they was. They said I was making so many comments when I first started. I was answering myself. So, I was like, yeah, we on to something. Okay. I think it's an option, but proceed with extreme caution. Yes, Anissa, extreme caution. Like, you should always be cautious. You should always be careful. However, like, diving into that world, yes, it could get really dangerous. There's so many horrible stories, and I'm not just talking about someone mistreating you. I'm talking about some people being unalived and robbed and and worse. So yeah, it's like, you have no idea, no connection with these people at all. They just You don't know what they're looking for. So, you know what it needs to say. There's a site or app for almost every group of people. Absolutely. Yep. All kind of stuff. Yep. If you got if you got a if you're a single parent, they got some of that. If it's Christian mingle, they got everything. That is true. It's true, but it still don't mean that it's some good quality people in there either. Hey, Chicago girl, good to see you. So let me go to the next question. What we got over here? Let's see what's happening. And like I said, y'all got any questions? One answer, drop them down in there. Let's see what we got. This question comes from Miss Pretty Amazing. When spinning the block with someone, when should you guys let the children know you guys have reconnected? Y'all, so you got back with your I guess your old peoples. I'm assuming your children are familiar with these people. And what Miss Pretty Amazing is saying is like, should you just bring them right back? Because they spent the block on you, so you're not sure how long they're going to stay. And I would say this is what I would say. So I'm still put my opinion in and all around it. Now, living life and having experiences and looking at the statistics, I would say at this point, I don't recommend spinning the block. Spinning the block, and not saying that Jdub is pretty amazing, but I'm just saying when spinning the block, it's like something is dead and you try to bring it back to life. There's a reason that you left that block and went somewhere else for whatever reason. And you always gotta, before you even do that, before you even get the kids involved, you gotta examine, is it worth it, or why did I leave, or why did this person leave? Is this really the best thing for me? Because sometimes emotions can get in the way, and sometimes people don't think clearly. They get sentimental and nostalgic and all that good stuff when not thinking like, is this relationship serving me? Is this relationship healthy? You really got to examine, think twice, think 3 times, think 4 times. Spinning the block can be risky because obviously there's some hurt or trauma there and you're going right back into the fire. And sometimes it's worse the second time around. And I got a theory. Can you really do anything once? And what that means to me, like, yes, you could get back with another person. You can spin that block with somebody. However, that relationship will never be the exact same. Some type of dynamic has changed, especially when time has come in between you. So going back to the kids, I'm thinking after you thought it through and you decide you really want to spin the block, not just going off emotions like I just miss you, but like really re-examining the relationship and saying, hey, I want to go this way. I want to do this. Let the kids know immediately. I don't think it should be a probationary period, because to me, if you're spinning a block, I think some time has been had. Like you really thought about what you're doing. Let's say you had some conversations with a person, because just, I guess, communicating with the person isn't necessarily spinning the block. But if you decide I'm getting back with this old person, my kids are familiar, then if it makes sense, let the kids know like right away. It ain't no need to hide it from them. There's no need to hide, because obviously you've done your due diligence and thought it through and said, this is the best thing for me. But me, never spin the block. It's like, it's dead. It's dead. It would, if it was like that, y'all would just stay together. That's how I see it. Hey, Markeisha, absolutely, Jdub. Before you let the kids know, you got to make sure it's solid and healthy for you. Absolutely, Markeisha. Yep, not just going off of feelings, emotions. I'm going back in. I'm familiar with this person. No, it needs to be really re-examined. Almost like a new relationship. Even though you're familiar, even though you have history, it's still a new relationship. It's still new, no matter what. No matter what. What Pink and Cream say? I do not spin the block. Too much negative history. Right, Pink and Cream, because at this point, if you got into a place where the relationship has dissolved, y'all broken up, 9 times out of 10, there's negative energy. There's not a lot of people who can, let's say, who can really break up in a healthy way. Somebody, it's going to be some bad blood somewhere most of the times. But it is some talented people who say, well, Oh, I'm friends with all my exes, and I don't recommend that. That's a whole nother subject. But it's just some people who know how to let people easy down, or the relationship wasn't that serious, and it's really a smooth transition. But yes, for the most part, if you got all the way to breaking up, there's some negativity, some toxicity somewhere from one or both parties. You know, I'm with you on that. Lady Z, what you got? Hi, can you speak to my friend who doesn't celebrate any holiday? I celebrate them all. Our birthday, Valentine's, Christmas, all miss. Otherwise, he's a great man, but it's hurtful. We're gonna just because you put that down there, Lady Z, we're gonna get that right now. Um, Lady Z, with this one, I probably would need more context because sometimes, or most of the time, when someone does not celebrate holidays, a lot of times it is related to religious belief. And that's a serious thing. When somebody has devoted their life to their religion or their belief system or whatever that is, that's a tough conversation. That means like that's the principles they live by. So that can't be easily swayed. But I get it. I believe in and this is the part where we talk about where people talk about equally yoked in a sense of like you're on the same page. Because if let's say if your birthday is important, Valentine's Day, Christmas, if that is really important to you in real life, those are deal breakers. Because I get it. Because some people want those holidays or occasions celebrated, and it means that much to them. So the best thing to do normally is to be aligned with somebody who celebrates that, because that's a part of like getting with someone, and to say, hey, how do you that'd be a great question, because I know some people probably assume that, oh, you celebrate Christmas, oh, you celebrate Valentine's Day, because some people, it doesn't even have to be religious. Sometimes people just don't believe in any of that. They may believe it's a capitalistic thing just to make money and all of those things. But this is a great topic to bring up, like in the talk of vetting people. I'm going to add this to the list, like to let people know, like ask them like maybe about their religious beliefs and or about celebrating holidays, because yes, just as their religion is important, and not saying your God this is based on his religion, but the fact is some people really want to celebrate these special occasions, and I get that on both sides. So in some cases that is a deal breaker, especially now, like if you're talking about going further in life and then you're thinking of children, because yes, if Christmas is special to you, you want to give that to your child. You don't want to say, hey, we can't celebrate this at all. You can't celebrate your birthday. You can't do any holidays. And maybe a kid really doesn't know about that, but people who enjoy having these celebrations, that would hurt them, and that would hurt them that they could not give that to their child. So this really, it sounds trivial, but this is like a serious subject. So I would say going in, you have to ask yourself, because you're already in, is this a deal break? Is it that important to you? And it's okay if it is. And it's okay if you're willing to compromise on his side. But you have to know for yourself, do I really need this? And if you do, it's okay to want these things. We only get this life once. So we want to live it how we want to live. That's what I'm saying. Kelly S. Hey, Jdub and chatters. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Kelly S. Okay. Hey, Kelly S. What we got? Dora Barnes says, good advice, Jdub. Good advice. All right. Let's see. How you believe in acknowledging someone's how do you believe is not how you believe is not acknowledging someone's birthday? I think what you're saying is like, how can you not acknowledge someone's birthday? Yeah, like I said, sometimes AW, people religions get that deep where like you can't even acknowledge your birthday. I know like in a religion like Jehovah's Witness, the only thing they recognize is what is it? Wedding anniversaries. Everything else obsolete. And me, for me, that would be a deal breaker, because I have grown up in that setting where there were restrictions on holidays, and for me, it's a no go. Even as a kid, I remember that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I gotta celebrate my stuff. This is a short life. This thing go by fast. Let me see. Okay. Question. Okay. We're gonna hold this one, Tina. We're gonna take the next one, and we definitely gonna get yours, put yours in order. Got you. We're gonna got you. Okay, so where we at? Where we at? Because we ain't got that many. We ain't got that many. All right. We got Shayna's question. Then it's yours, Tina. Shayna says she's going to piggyback off of Miss Pretty Amazing. How should you break it to your children that your relationship is over? It's done. Well, that's good, Shayna. The crazy part is this one is actually not complicated. The What I know and what I believe in my experience raise children up to adults. A lot of times people discount like children. Children are very intelligent. Children can handle a lot more than you think. And children are people too. And most people want to be told the truth. Most people don't like to be deceived or lied to. However, whatever age bracket the child is, present that information in truth and just recognize what stage of life they in and let them know. And you'd be surprised. Kids can bounce back like better than anybody. Like the younger the kids are, the better they bounce back. So the best thing to do is just be honest and give as much information as you can without further traumatizing. Because like I said, kids are little people too. They just like most of us, they want the truth. They want to know what's going on. They don't want to be in the dark. So just give it to them. Give them the truth. They want to know. They want to know. They want to know. Let's see. Kelly S says some religions pick and choose which tradition they want to celebrate. And I agree, Kelly S. I mean, a lot of things, religions, groups, people, they do things that are self-serving. What serves them in this purpose, but will switch up or get strict where it don't serve them. So you're absolutely right. People pick and choose. Michelle Bird into his house. Hey, Jdub and Dub fam. Okay. AW got a question I'm going to start at and get Tina Breeze. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to start and we're going to get to Tina Breeze. Then you, AW. I appreciate your question, AW. Let's see here. Tina Bree. Tina Bree says, question. If a guy has never brought a woman around his mom or family after several years, did it mean that you were not for him? In the back of his mind, is this always the case? Now, I'm going to say, Tina Bree, I'm going to say all this is case by case. No one, it's not all size fits one or whatever, however you said. Everybody, this situation is different because some people relate to their families very differently. Some people are super family oriented, and those type of people, yes, if they're into their family, they're very close, they spend a lot of time. There's no way that they can have someone significant in their life and not bring their significant other to meet their family. That means whatever reason, they don't feel comfortable, they're not proud, or it's not what you think it is. These are all case by case basis. It's just more so like you would probably pay attention of how your guy moves and how he deals with his family. Some people are not close to their family at all. And it's like they would introduce to their friend before they were introduced to their family. So yeah, it's all case by case basis, And yeah, normally with a guy not bringing any women around ever, sometimes those people haven't had in their mind, I'm gonna say how they felt. They haven't had a significant relationship in their eyes, so they feel like there's no need. Because some people families are different. They don't just want you bringing any and everybody around. Like, oh, it'll be a new woman here on Christmas. You won't be here next year. It's like that. So that's a tricky dynamic, and it's hard to tell. The best way to do that is to ask those questions. Because if that's important to you, like how, if you haven't, how come I never met your family? Or do you see me that way? I mean, because that could be tough questions, but those things you need to know to not waste your time. Like, where are we going? Are we serious? What does it look like? And you also pay attention to the actions. So that is absolutely a case by case basis. Because like I said, a lot of people, they deal differently when it comes to their family. Let me see what the comments say. I don't like to miss the comments. I feel some kind of way. Let's see. We got Shanice, I agree. The kids probably already know it's over anyway, especially if that y'all live together. Oh, sure, if you live together, yeah, they're gonna know where Ray Ray at. You know, how come I ain't seen him in a couple of days? He ain't drank up the Capri Suns or nothing. Let me stop. Okay. What Tina said, he was very tight with his mom and family. Yes, now that is a little, not little, that's a lot red flaggish. Like people who are truly family oriented because they like to spend time. And when you're with somebody normally, especially if it's, let's say, a social outing, if everybody is like a cookout, anybody could come. The neighbor could come, your friend could come. So why wouldn't you bring the person that you're spending time with? Yes, that's super red flaggish. Absolutely. What Shane to say. If he's close to his family and it's been years, let him go. I wouldn't even say years, but yes, absolutely. That is a bad sign. It's a bad sign. What Kiki say? Good evening, everyone. Make sure you hit that like button. We appreciate you, Kiki. Definitely listen to Kiki and hit that like button. Ravine S. Hey. Happy Kwanzaa. Good to see you. Markeisha is responding to Shayna. Yes, kids have into it. Absolutely, Marquise. That's why I said sometimes people insult kids' intelligence. They're very receptive, they're very smart. And like I said, they're just little people. They want to know the truth just like you wouldn't want to know. They don't want to be in the dark. You know, I remember many years ago when my daughter was young and I didn't tell her something. And she told me at a young age, she was like, why did you just tell me? I was like, damn. I said, from here on out, you got it. I had to learn that lesson. They just want to know the truth. So I get it. Just sliding in to say, hey, Jay in the chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Hey, Sabrina. You hit that thumbs up, Lady Z. You're welcome. I appreciate you asking. Like I said, that's going to help some other people as well. So thank you. Michelle, hey, Sabrina. Pink and Cream, hey Sabrina. Ravine, hey Sabrina. Yep. Let's see what we got. We got. Shane respond to our kids. Yes, especially the older ones. Sometimes they'll tell you to leave the relationship. That is true. Now, like especially how close you are with your kids or how much input you give your kids. Some people are old school. Some people make sure their kids are very boisterous and speak. You know, all of those things. So yes, absolutely. Like, yes, your kid loves you, wants the best for you. When they see something bad, most of the times, like most kids aren't just trying to get somebody out the way because they're jealous. They're not serving you. That's not the best thing for you. So yes, a lot of kids will not bite their tongue. Like, I don't like him. He ain't good for you. He's not good for you. Hey, Sabrina, Ravine S. Oh, I got yelled at by my daughter before not telling her something. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're little people, and like I said, they don't want to be kept in the dark. So I get it. Michelle says every dude I've ever dated wants me to meet their family. They don't meet mine though. Oh, you just like Michelle. You just like the guy. You don't see enough in them, and you ain't bringing them around. So they, when they get you, they proud to have you. They want to bring you home to mama and everybody else. All of that. You funny. But yeah, listen, when it don't feel right, don't do it. That's for women or men. If it's not feeling right, you don't feel that person is worthy or whatever. It's up to the other person to decide hey, I would like to meet your family, or why haven't I met your family? It's a reason for everything. Hey, Queens, Pink and Cream. Kids are intuitive. Absolutely. Yes. They're smarter than you think, or the credit that we give them. Kelly said, what about if the child is heartbroken about you ending a relationship? Okay, I'm going to keep that as a question. I'm going to go to the next question. Put you in the queue line for the question because I got to get to AW. Let's see. AW had a question. Let me see if I can bring it up. Well, I can't bring it up. Let's see. I just got to unstar it. Boom. There we go. AW says, why do some men seem intimidated by education level or perceived intellect? Great question, AW. I would say that some men are intimidated because we all know the figures, like especially in the Black community, there are a lot of women that have received more education than men that went after their education, sought after their education. And normally, being more educated means a higher paying job sometimes. So, like when a person isn't familiar, especially a man, some men, they get intimidated by being in those spaces. Like, I'm not on your level. Like, they feel threatened. They're just threatened. And I can understand that. But to me, I don't look at any of that. I don't really look at what a person has. It's just how we relate, how we connect. And if we vibe, whether you're the president of a university or you're a custodian, how do we relate? How do we vibe? That's what it's about, the connection. But a lot of people let other things get in the way of like having full and healthy relationships. It's just it's bottom line, it's insecurity. That's all I'm gonna say. Anybody has a problem with having a woman that's have a higher education level, or they're really smart, because these things should be like celebrated. You shouldn't be intimidated by those things. Yeah, so it is a real thing, but bottom line, it comes down to insecurities, and a lot of people have them. Unfortunately, some men are truly intimidated by these things. Let's see what Kiki say. Sorry, I'm late. What are we talking about? Can someone brief me? So Kiki, in these segments, we're answering questions that anybody in the Dub fam has in the chat. They want to know something about relationships. Any advice to get my perspective, as the man, or ask a question about me. Either one, you put it in the chat, we're gonna get it answered. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Y'all chatting it up with each other. So that's good. Oh, Ravine looked like she got some. Let me see if I got anything. Ravine, I'm gonna hold this question, see if I got anybody in front of you. So AW might have been the last question up. So Ravine, I'm gonna get to your question right now. Ravine, if a man never calls you first, never makes plan to see you, what does that mean? He seems to like going out and always pays, but never makes the first move. Well, I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna answer your second question first, then get back to the first question, because this is a very interesting two-part question. Well, a guy, some guys, again, have a laid back approach. Everybody is not in your face, a hunter type guy. Some people don't like rejection. Some people, again, the internet has like dulled them down, jaded. They just feel like all the women are at their access, so they don't feel a need to do the old way of, like, I guess, just a cold approach, like walking up to you, how you doing? What's your name? Can we go out? Some men are not built like that, or they don't want to do that at all. Even though if they gentlemen, they pay and all that, but they never make the first move. Some people have laid back approaches for different reasons. But I'm gonna say like this: now the first one is so defined, it's definite. If a man never calls you first, never makes plans to see you, it absolutely means that he doesn't value the relationship. Because if you are giving access, you're giving a man access to you, and he's not showing any interest at all, there's nothing even to figure out. And that doesn't mean like some people just don't care. Some people don't value relationships, or he got three more he believes that's just like you, so he doesn't have to give you that energy like to pursue you. Because it's still that saying, it never gets old. When a man wants a woman, when he's interested, I don't care what he got going on, you're going to feel him, you're going to see him, you're not going to be unsure about what his intentions is. Like the great A1 from day one, AW says, made up the term, no lukewarm type of anything. He has interest, he wants it, he's going to be there. It's just that simple. And you're going to see it. And everybody will do it in their own way, but you won't be confused by it. It won't be gray areas. You're going to say, oh, this man has interest in me. It shows, I see it, I feel it. He's gonna let you know. If he ain't checking for you, he don't value you. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I'm gonna still go back what Jacqueline said, but yet men say that they don't have a problem if their lady makes more money or maybe more educated. Yes, it's like half and half. When I say half and half, Jacqueline, some men say that, but they don't really mean it. Some men say that and believe it. That's the thing. People, again, that insecurity gets in the way. And like I said, especially in relationships, long-term relationships, marriages, all those things, any of those dynamics can change at a drop of a hat. So, um, your significant other or your spouse, and this is the woman in the relationship, gets a job that pays double the salary. Does the dynamic of the relationship change? It should not, because it's just an increase in money. And if y'all together, it's supposed to benefit you both, not cause a division. But again, we going with insecurities because that should not change the situation. It shouldn't at all. It shouldn't. But a lot of times it does. People do that double talk. You're right, Jacqueline. Yes, they say they don't have a problem, but yeah, a lot of times they do. Okay, let's see what Tina Bree says. I should have asked questions sooner. He did once tell me that I probably wouldn't meet his mom until after we were married. Another lie, probably. I dumped him. Clearly, I wasn't important enough. Good for you, Tina Bree, because especially I've never even heard of that. You can't meet my mom till we get married. No, no, I never even heard of that. Like another lie, because that's a stretch out drag. Because that means a lot has to happen before you get to meet his mom. Um, like I said, most people not having to be married, they want to acclimate you into their family. They want to bring you in and bring you close to get you familiar with their people because you are going to become their family. Even if you're not going to become their family, if they feel you are an important person in their life, they want you close to them. They want you close to their family in hopes that y'all have a true future together. Yes, that was absolutely. And that's okay that you didn't ask question any sooner. It's just it's a mistake, and we all make them. I promise you, you're not alone in this one. And yes, you have to ask questions because again, you need to know what's good for you because the other person may or may not have your best interest at heart. So you have to know certain things. And guess what? Sometimes people are still not going to tell you the truth, but you just got to listen to what they say and then also watch their actions. And you have to know for yourself. That's what it's about, choosing yourself. Great, this is a great person, but how does this person align with me and the things that I want? Because a true healthy relationship should work for both people. If it's not serving you, and that doesn't mean like I'm looking just to get something out of it, but every relationship that we have should serve us. Every relationship that we have should have some value in it. And it does not mean you use people for things, meaning like it should give you something. If you know someone and they make you laugh every time you come around, that's value. If you know someone and when you talk, they give you great advice. If you know someone who you just have a good time, you have similar interests, it's value in it. Every single relationship that you have should have some value. If not, get rid of it. Mhm. Okay. Sunshine and flowers. Good to see you. Pink and cream says yes. Let's see. Y'all are chatting it up. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, sunshine. Nope, no lukewarm. No lukewarm. Yeah, somebody half and half on you. It's teetering. You don't know it's iffy. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. What Shayna say? Look like she dropping something. Okay. Shayna says men will give you just enough to keep you as a placeholder until they get the right woman to come along. Yeah, well, I would say that's a lot of times true. And a lot of it still has to do. That's why we having these conversations now that you do have to choose yourself. And again, I'm saying choosing yourself, making sure that anyone that you're dealing with is bringing value to your life. Anyone that you're dealing with is aligning to the things that you want out of a mate. That is key. That's key. If not, like you're wasting your time. Not that everyone is perfect, but however, you should be surrounding yourself. If you're spending your time with someone, it should be like an agreement kind of thing. It should be coming together. It shouldn't be like butting heads. It shouldn't be a big fight. And if there are differences, they should be worked out in a healthy manner. Yes, if you don't have boundaries, if you don't have standards, a lot of men will drag you along because you're temporary. You can be a placeholder because they just don't you're just good for right now. They have no interest of having any kind of future with you. And again, none of us have any time to waste, no matter what age we are. That's the only thing we cannot get back, that time. It goes by fast. Value your time, value your space, value your energy, all those things. All of those things. Exactly. They don't mean, like they said, they talk a good game. Oh, sure. I don't care if you the president of the university or you make $600,000. We'll be fine. You're right. Yes, most of the times, no, they're insecure. Okay. Ravine says, thank you, Jdub. That was helpful with me going into 2024. I'm glad I can help. We're here to help each other. Absolutely. I'm so glad I can. Kelly S says, action speaks louder than words. I absolutely agree. However, especially when you're dealing with a man, you do, like when talking, you do need to know that this man has some intent or has a plan, and then you watch those actions to see if they align up, because alignment is so important. Because yes, people will talk you to death, because the difference is some people have a gift of gab, like they are like experts at talking a good game. It becomes real when their actions start to back it up what they've been saying. What happened? Say what now? What happened, Marquise? I said something. Tell me. Tina Bree said I was correct. Kelly S said, ask questions and run a background check. All of that, whatever you need to do to, get your clarity in the relationship. Ravine S says, yes, my patience is lost at Tina Bree. I was over a long time ago, but he keep gaslight. Well, at least you know, Ravine, because gaslighting is meant to keep you in the dark. What is the best way to seek men these days? Great. Well, we already here. We don't have no question. I hope I ain't miss it. What'd I do? Where you go? Where you go? Okay, we still got you we got you on program. So this is what I would say, Ravine. I'm gonna say it like this. Like I said, this show is, the premise of it is really about choosing yourself, keeping your power, taking your power back. Focus on yourself. Find out what you want, what you don't want, what your deal breakers are, what you need in your life, all of those things. And when you decide to allow that man to come in your life, make sure it looks and feels good. Like, you should be able to have a conversation and ask questions and watch actions to see if that's a good fit for you. Because that's what it's about. It's about you, because we don't have any time to waste. So any man that you entertain in any kind of way, for all of us, any person that we entertain, any person we entertain should serve us. We should serve each other. We should be a good fit. Again, not that anyone is perfect. However, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Our time is so valuable. We don't have it. We don't have it to give away. We don't. Let's see. What did I miss? Let me go down this line. Tina Bree said, I believe I was definitely a placeholder until he made a choice. That could very well be true. And I'm going to say like this, with all things, in everything, give thanks. That was supposed to happen, because like, you want to know this stuff. You want to know that, you see how like in the news is all these breakups. It's not just the celebrities. It's everybody. The age of Aquarius, where everything is being exposed and revealed. Listen, I want the bad news. I want to know. I can release myself now that I know. I can find something in knowing bad information, so I can make a choice. Yep. Jacqueline says, value your time, space, and energy. Dr. Jdub, absolutely. These are such valuable things. Such valuable things. Because again, you got to think about it. If a person doesn't value you, they're not going to value any of those three things at all. They're just there to take from you. So you have to put that at the forefront, that these three things are so important. These three things are so valuable. These three things, not just anybody can get it from just saying hello. Like, you got to come with something. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about that type of energy, that type of intention where they deserve to be in any of these spaces. Yep. Hey, Apple Charm. Tina Bree said, I made the choice for him. That's right. You made the choice for him and for yourself that no longer serves you. You're not okay with being in that space. Absolutely. And that's choosing yourself. You don't deserve anybody in any case that just they don't value you. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You're giving something, any of those three things, space, time, energy, to somebody who doesn't deserve it. Yeah. Because if you don't value those three things, nobody else will. They're ready to take. Kelly S says, I briefly dated a guy who seemed like the perfect guy, except he would block his phone when he called me. Yikes. I don't even know what that's about. I don't get that. Yeah, I mean, that question, that's got to be asked. Yeah, that's got to be asked. Yes. Red flag, 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 flag. Red flag, flag, flag. Why? Why are you blocking your phone? That's weird. That's weird. What Ravine say? Yes, my choice is made. I'm done. I choose me. Thank you, Ravine. That's right. That's what it's all about. It's about making a choice and knowing what's best for you, because you deserve the best in real life. This is just not no cliche or nothing like that. Anybody who gets those three things, space, time, energy, they should earn it. It should look and feel like they want it, that they value it. Because it's the old saying, you can do bad by yourself. Why bring somebody into your space where they're causing pain, heartache, confusion, deception, gaslighting? Like you said, who needs that? Who needs that? You can make your own day up by yourself until that person comes along who wants to add positive things to your space. Yes, absolutely. I'm choosing yourself. I'm glad to hear that. What Pink and Cream says, as you say, know your deal breakers. I would add, do it without being a reminder. Do it without being a reminder when the behavior shows. Yeah, absolutely. Because deal breakers are boundaries. Deal breakers are requirements. Because these are things that you've decided that you can and cannot, must have and cannot have in your life. Because only you know what you truly need. We're all individuals. You can be close with your family, your mom, your sister, your best friend, still might not know exactly what you need from a person in a relationship. Only you know. So you have to set those boundaries if you want a relationship of value. Guess what? Everybody won't be able to meet those deal breakers, and that's okay. That's not the person for you. Again, we're never looking for perfection, but when you're giving yourself your time, your energy, your space, they need to be earning it. They need to be showing that they want it. Okay, Women's Pretty Amazing say, look like we got another question. Jdub, do you believe some men have to meet certain type of women to put in effort and remain consistent? Good question. You give great questions. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I think it's really simple. Just like women, different things and attributes move men as well. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. And a certain type, meaning it's something or someone they feel that they value. It's someone who they see they want in their life. And the thing is, that last part, Miss Pretty Amazing, is a little tricky. A lot of people can't be consistent, because consistent takes like discipline. Consistent takes focus. Some people are there for just a short time. Some people have no intentions of doing things long term. It's just they're there for the honeymoon phase. They're there for a short while, a good time. Somebody who's consistent is focused on a goal. Is focused on a prize, a value of a person. So it's all in how a person views the relationship or potential relationship, because things that are important, you value them and you show that, and it shows up, and you treat it in that way. So that's the key. And that's why it's a good thing to allow a person to show up in their relationship. Allow them to show what they're made of. Allow them to show that they want to be with you. They're not only professing it, they're giving you the energy and the action of what they want to do. You know? Yeah. Great question. Lady Z, say what you say. I believe as mature women, 40-ish, 50-ish, we don't want to end up alone, so we take more than we should. You're right, Lady Z. I mean, I'll put it up there like this. Yeah, it is a saying more so that, let's say, the chances of finding love is tougher when you get older. And that very well may be true. But I am in the belief that, again, if you're putting yourself in the proper space, you're putting yourself in the best position to really be in a healthy relationship, you increase your chances of doing so. But I get it. A lot of people settle, unfortunately, in fear of being alone. But a lot of times those people end up very disappointed because they've settled, and the person that they're with, they don't value them. So sometimes people got to ask themselves, would I rather be alone or have someone who doesn't value me? And if you ever ask me, I always say, I'm down with the Benjamin Button's motto. If you're ever in a space like dealing with someone that doesn't value, never, 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 never be afraid to start over again. Yeah, everybody deserves to be treated well, to be in healthy spaces, in healthy relationships. And it's okay to be by yourself until that person comes. But I do believe you can find that person in any age. Is it easy? No, because the older you get, like, people are married, people are older, people are set in their ways. Yeah, so it can be a little tougher, but I still believe anybody can position itself to find that right person, find that love that they're looking for. I really believe that. I really do believe that. It's just like life. We never know what's coming at us. We never know where we'll end up at. We never know what's around the corner. We don't know. We don't know. What Tina Bree say? Yes, it's one of those things. When a woman is tired, she's tired. When she's done, she's done. After listening to Jdub a few weeks ago, he made me see the bigger picture. I choose me and what I wanted for me. Yes, Tina Bree. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad I could reach you, because it is about the bigger picture. It's not about just the now or dealing with what's on the surface. Yes, you deserve someone who values you. If that's not happening, I would never recommend it. What's Shane to say? Shane, I agree. You'll be miserable if you settle. You can be with someone and feel lonely. Yes, I think that's the worst thing in the whole world. You have someone there and you don't feel connected. You don't feel valued. You don't feel wanted. It's like, I've signed up for something. It's like signing up. I bought a house and it don't have no roof. It's like, it's incomplete. Yeah, I got a house, but it don't got no roof. I just rather go back to the apartment. My God. Santi Love says, never be afraid to start over again. Period. Absolutely. Never. God. I mean, just think about this. Not that any of us want to be alone. I think we're meant to be together, but we need something healthy and positive. But just imagine being in something so toxic, unhealthy, or you could make your own day up and not be bothered by anyone. Which one would you choose? Because if you make up your own day by yourself, and not I'm suggesting being by yourself, I'm suggesting being by yourself over an unhealthy relationship, you're going to have a wonderful day. You're going to do whatever you want to do without any bother, somebody bothering you or stressing you out or treating you poorly. All of that. All of that. You're welcome, Tina Bree. Uh-oh. We got something from Miss Pretty Maze. Jdub, do you feel some people aren't meant to be married? Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially in this day and time, because right now, in this whole world, we have a way of redefining everything. Like I said, we can redefine whether we want to be a man or a woman. We can redefine that marriage means you can have 5 people in it. We can redefine everything. So that is so true now. Why you have to ask a lot of questions. And if you decide to be with someone, you have to find out what they believe in and if what they believe in lines up with you. Because like I said, we really do. It is not selfish. You have to focus on what's good for you. Because if you don't look out for you, ain't nobody else. Unfortunately, there's a lot of takers in this world. They're not looking to enrich your life. They're looking, what can I get from you for this temporary moment? I don't plan for you to be in my life for the long term. What can I get from you now? And how long can I get it from you? Yeah. So there's a lot of people who are not ready for marriage because like a lot of people don't understand what marriage really is and what it entails and what it takes to like really make it. Some people have the idea of a fairy tale, and most of the times they're going to be disappointed. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. You really got to have somebody who's truly down for you, truly loves you at your core, and is willing to do any and everything to make it work. And if you don't have another person on the other side of that thing wanting to do the same, it's probably not going to work. So I'm gonna say most people, and especially in this day and time, everything is temporary. Everything is microwavable. So most people aren't even built for that. You know, they're not. They're just simply not. They're simply because now we can redefine and say we can have open marriages. You know, I don't believe in none of that. So, you know, what AW say? I'll skip the marriage and just take partnership. Well, you got to do what works for you, AW. And I get the skepticism, meaning like, you know, a lot of times it's not serving a lot of people. Unfortunately, you know, I wish it could get back to some of the ways. I think some of the old ways worked, some of them didn't. But, you know, like I said, I'm in belief that we all belong with someone if we can. The partnership and or marriage, not being by yourself. However, that relationship needs to be healthy. Okay, Marquis said, yes, I refrain being alone as being in solitude, tranquility, refreshing, and resetting myself. It really helps. Yes, Marquisha, that's focusing on yourself. And as I said, that puts you in a position to be able to receive and open yourself to healthier relationships, because you'll start to see like, I do have control over my life. I can control who I deal with and comes around me, and I can have a peaceful environment. And I will really notice if somebody comes in and brings just chaos in my life, and you will really start to see like I got a peaceful life. I focus on healthy things. So when you come in, it feels like you're poisoning my world. So yes, absolutely. Kelly, yes, I'd rather be alone than be with someone who doesn't value me. Absolutely. All day, every day, until you go in the ground or wherever you're going. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's pretty amazing. Maybe that's why some people spin the block, because there are fewer options. Miss Pretty Amazing, I cannot disagree with that, because a lot of times some people spin the block just out of fear, like, oh, there's not a lot out there. I would say give it. What was that? I would say give it a chance, because if you already know what you got back there, if it was so good, you would have never left it. You would never left it. And just because you're familiar with something doesn't mean it's serving you or it's good for you. So Yeah, you got to like really look at everything. Like I said, the option is you can be by yourself until that special person comes along, if and whenever they do, you know. Santi Love, what you got to say? A toxic relationship will literally kill your health, mess up your immune system and nervous system. Sometimes it's better to choose peace and be alone for a season. Santi, that is so true. Stress is a killer. People don't realize that you are opening yourself up, excuse me, to sickness, illness. You're lowering your immune system. So you're susceptible to being sick. And yes, they say it's like, I don't know. I'm not, they call me Dr. Jdub, but what I've heard is like when you have you have a large amount of stress in your life, like it's like your body, your organs like produce like chemicals that can work against your body, like it's responding to your stress. Like they say, it's a real, whoa, everything falling apart. It's a silent killer. So yes, it is absolutely unhealthy. You stressed out, you're not sleeping, you're not eating right, all kind of stuff. Who wants that? Shana says, do you think you can be with the right person at the wrong time? I'm gonna say like this, Shana. I believe, when you ask me, I believe everything happens as it should. I don't believe in right person, wrong time. I believe the right person is at the right person. Now, what I do believe, even when it's horrible stuff happening, all kind of craziness going on, I think everything, every single thing that you've been through, whether you chosen it or you just been involved in a situation, everything has a lesson in it. And sometimes we have to learn these lessons over and over again. I believe the right person is the right person because it'll all work. Not that it's perfect. It'll all work. It'll all work. Let's say, Miss Pretty Amazing. Jdub, I think you're a little biased about spinning the block. Miss Pretty Amazing. You may be right. I won't deny that. But what I'm gonna say is, in my experience, because why I say about spinning the block, most of the times, again, with spinning a block, that situation made somebody leave, and it's really hard to know what's in a person's heart. People will tell you stuff all day long. There may be some underlining things that you may know about, or you will find about later down there. Because, like I said, unfortunately, people they're choosing itself, but in a negative way. They're choosing itself sometimes on some get back stuff. They're choosing itself to get their lick back, to use you for whatever they can. You just don't know. And I believe that if something's going to work, it's going to work. You don't have to force it. It doesn't have to be a battle. And that doesn't mean like in relationships you don't have disagreements or issues come up. However, if you're in a mindset and being together and making it work, it's going to work. But it has to be two people. Nobody can do that alone. Just messing with you, brother. I'm just spinning it now for myself. Well, good luck with the spinning that block. I won't use that other term that I use of what spinning the block is like, but it's just, it's a thing. It's a thing because, like I said, I just believe what works will work. You don't have to force it. You don't have to keep putting it back together like Humpty Dumpty. It's going to work. It's going to work because in some cases, some people, not saying you, some people, when they spin the block, again, shifts happen. Sometimes you are moved out of situations when you are trying to stay in places that you should not be. It could be dangerous. I like that, Ravine. Spinning the block can get you dizzy. Absolutely. Spin you around, turn your world upside down. You're going in circles over and over and over and over and over again. So pretty much, y'all, that's it. Again, like it just comes out of nowhere. The segment it's just always great. We learn something, we get something from every session, like I'm Dr. Jdub. That's what I put on the front of the thumbnail or whatever. But I appreciate all y'all input. Without this, it would be no show. So again, as I tell y'all, like get into the what do you call it? Get into the comments. Get into, like, if you can. I'm not rushing. I like the organic feel of the flow y'all telling me. But if you have questions ahead of time, send it to my IG and we can get it going. I agree, Jacqueline. Absolutely. It has a great vibe. It has a great vibe. It has a great vibe. Absolutely. So yeah, if you can get them ahead of time, I can get on them. You know, I can get on them. But if not, hey, long as you bring them here, this is most important. When you make sure you get them here, I just need some content because I can't do it without y'all. I cannot do it without y'all. So I'm going off of what y'all questions y'all have. So pretty much that's it. We're gonna wrap this up. Yes, a great time. We're gonna do it the same time 1 week from now. I want to be a man of my word. I don't make any promises. I'm going to do some more lives. I want to do my best to get some more lives done with this holiday and everything. And I got something coming up soon, so I want to try to definitely get something during this week. So, ladies, Jdub, you should have an event for eligible men and women to meet. You never know. I might keep that in mind. I might keep that in mind because actually I'm thinking about if I can figure it out. Sometimes I want to get some of y'all just to get up here and answer your question because it's even different from reading it. For men, eligible men and to meet. So what I'm about to say, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, like I said, we just have a good time and try to get your questions in if you can, if they come up to it. Markeisha Bennett, thanks, Doctor and Dub fan for the group there. Yes, it is Markeisha. It is absolutely a group therapy session because we are learning from each other. We're bouncing off of each other, and it's really helping. We're affirming each other. Okay, Women's Premiers. Are you and Sabrina going to do a little matchmaking? Would you come to a mixer? I don't know. I have to talk to Sabrina about that. And I guess if anybody know, some people don't know, Miss Pretty Amazing, what she's referring to, me and Sabrina did, I lose time. I think it was yesterday. It was Christmas Day. Me and Sabrina did a live and let the world know that we've come out public with our relationship. And that was a great live. You should go to Sabrina's channel and check that out. It was very interesting. It was very informative. We gave a lot of ourselves on that live, and I feel great about it. Azor says, please save this live. I absolutely will. Yes, this was a great live. Absolutely. I totally agree. Let's see. Ladies, he got some more suggestions. Jdub, you should have an event for eligible men and women to meet. Okay, I will put that under consideration. I will put that under consideration because, yes, we do want to bring people together who really want to be together, who wants love, who wants companionship, who wants to share time, energy, and space with another person to, just connect. So, like I said, meet me back here for this segment of Ask Jdub. We're going to be doing number 5 at the same time, Tuesday at 7. I appreciate everybody's participation. Thank you so much. Shayna said, yeah, Jada, I don't because I don't want to turn nobody because I wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't have friends, but maybe we can find some people, off of Lady Z's suggesting find some men, find some women who want to come together, and do the right thing and do it the right way, Yeah, I don't know no good men. All right, good night, everyone. I appreciate y'all. And as I always tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it and I mean it. Pink and Cream, I so agree. Thank y'all for coming. I'll let y'all know if I'm doing another live. I will post it ahead of time. Good night.